9.2 says, if g is a cubic function with g of 3 equal to the first derivative of g of 3 being equal to 0. So what does this imply? First of all, this says that when x is equals to 3, first of all, if we look at just the first part, our y value is equals to 3. So at 3, we can place 3 somewhere here, or let's rather put it closer, somewhere here. If this is 3, it means this is a point on our graph of which the y value is 0. So what we understand from this is that at x is equals to 3, y is 0. Also, the gradient when x is equals to 3 is 0. That's what this second part tells us. The first derivative describes gradient. So the gradient of our cubic function when x is 3 is 0. That means there's a turning point at that point. Next, they tell us that g of 0 is equal to 27. This means that when x is 0, the y value is 27. X is 0 here, and 27, let's put it somewhere over here. So this will be 27. So both these points are on our function. Then the third piece of information says that the second derivative is greater than 0 when x is smaller than 3. Basically what this means is that this is concave up when x is equals to 3, and concave down, which is the second part. They tell us that this is concave down when x is greater than 3. So this basically tells us what kind of a function or the direction in which our lines should be facing. Because we know concave up is something like this or like this, and concave down is either like that or like that. This is concave up, that's concave down. This is when x is greater than 3. So if they're saying on this side we have concave up, then it's going to be this one over here, because we're going from a high value to a low value and it's concave up. Therefore, it's this kind of shape that you want to draw. I did not want that to be straight, so I need to draw this quite fast. And then it needs to branch off at this point. Well, not necessarily branch off, but we know that at 3 there is a gradient of 0, so it kind of bends down there and forks off. And then we know when x is greater than 3, which is this region here, we have concave down. So that means our function looks something like this. So this will be our cubic function. And as you can see, we have concave down here, we have concave up here. I mean, you could try and draw it a bit more curvy, but in my current setup, this is the best that I can do. Something like that, which that's even worse than the previous one. But yeah, you're looking at something like this, something that is a overall shape like this. That's kind of the vibe you're going for. So yeah, that is how you would do this question.